Hey, what's up? Um, it's been a tiny little bit of while, isn't it? Since I ever posted a video. I mean, look at the last video that I posted. It's been like two something fucking years, maybe. Whatever. I'm just still on self improvements, and I'm continuing to improve my life. And because of that, I came back to this channel, and because of that, I want to tell you right now and help you right now on how to get over the red pill rage, how to stop hating women overall. So throughout my throughout my late teens, all right, I read red pill, like I learned it, I read it, I understood it, and I started seeing the world in a different view, just like how every single person who learned red pill becomes, all right. But the thing is, I could have read a lot of articles that would help me about red pill, about what those red pill guys would write, and that would really, really improve my life and make me understand the world better. But I realized that right now, at that time, like 8-something years ago, we're talking about 8-something years ago, that I didn't took my glasses off fully. You understand? Like when you take the red pill, you see the world as it is, like clear as the sky, that they say. But actually, if you don't research it enough, you only take half of the lens off. You don't take all of it off. Because there's so much other things that you could be learning that you haven't learned it yet. And for a long time, because I read red pill half-assed and in a lesser way, I started hating women and I started becoming very lazy. Even though it was against the red pill to like hate women and be lazy, that knowledge, that half-assed knowledge, made me very lazy in becoming a woman hater. All right. After years, I finally realized that. Wait, sorry about that. Cut that place. I realized later that a lot of people were like that. It wasn't just my stupidity. A lot of people were like that. A lot of people read red pill in a half-assed way. They couldn't fully understand everything and what's going on fully, and then they start like looking at the life in a wrong perspective, in a wrong lens, and just start hating women for some reasons are acceptable and I understand them. But it's like you know how that dumb, middle smart and very smart chart? The dumb guy thinks the same as the very smart guy, but the middle smart guy thinks different than the both of them. But the right way is what the dumb guy thinks and what the very smart guy thinks. So the dumb guy doesn't hate women in here, okay? The middle guy hates women. The very smart guy doesn't hate women. But even though it can all be simplified like that, and you as a red pill person, a person who learned red pill, who just hates women because how emotional they are, how much of an evil you think that they have on the inside, and other reasons you might think that them as a adult child or whatever you might think, okay, you cannot live with that hate without it eating you alive. You understand me? Like, even just for your own good sake, you cannot live with this hate and have a good life, like actively hating on women. You have to, first of all, understand how women work. All right? You don't fully understand how women work. Just because you learned red pill, you recently learned red pill, you read a couple things, you lived a couple experiences, that doesn't mean you know everything about women and you know like how they work, bro. they work in such a way that you could make them your ally if you can just know enough knowledge and enough strategy. Okay, women are not the enemy. Like, they're just not the enemy. They are tools getting used by your actual enemy, who are the powers that be, who are like actually controlling the world right now. They're not like your main enemy. So don't treat them as like that, and you will have a miserable life. Like, look at the MGTOW movements, bro. Look at the MGTOW movements. They just talk about women nonstop, and they have lonely lives. That's not a good life. That's not a life I want you to be in, and I want myself or my sons or my friends to be in. And I understand the guys in MGTOW. I understand the people who learn Red Pill, and I understand the people who don't know what Red Pill is, but still hate women because how emotional, manipulative they are whatsoever. I completely understand and validate you guys' points. But the thing is, you have to fully understand how they work. You have to have like a lot of interactions with women, first of all, to fully form an opinion, because you shouldn't just like look at it and form an opinion just yourself by looking at reading shit online. You have to like go out in the world and have your own unique experiences, first of all. And secondly, I would agree that a lot of modern women, most of modern women, are not wife material. Like, they sleep around, they wear like skin revealing clothes, and they're just not good mothers or wives whatsoever. I completely understand that. But that's just the reality, by the way. That's not me being like a woman hater. That's just the complete reality. And I don't blame those women, by the way, for being like that. I don't like fully blame them. I blame the people who make women be in that way. Like, the media and the propaganda machine that's enslaving people and making people think in a certain way and act in a certain way. I find that system to be at the fault in here, main problem in here, not the woman in general, because I think when I'm gonna say this, most people would agree, God didn't create a woman for you to hate them, okay? Like, it just doesn't like, no matter which religion you believe in, this is just the same thing. Like, God did not create a woman for you to hate them. God created women so you would ally with them and create like beautiful, prospering families. And this is still possible today, by the way. One time I asked like this group of MGTOW guys in the like a forum, like I used to use Reddit like 3-4 years ago or something back then. I was a MGTOW back then, by the way. I'm not right now. I asked them, if you were living in like 1950s, 1960s, where the feminism still hasn't fully hit woman in the head yet, would you marry and like have children? And a lot of them said at that time the world was recovering from the World War II, and despite it being economically harsher times, a lot of them did agree with me, and they would marry and have good children and have big families. And I understand that not just that group, but like a lot of MGTOW guys would actually start a family and live good lives and build like big, beautiful families if they just could find the right woman. Like, I think a lot of people do think like that, who hate women do think like that too. Like, if you had met a religious woman, okay, who respects men because God says so, who doesn't manipulate, who doesn't lie, who doesn't wear skin revealing clothes, who is a virgin, and who will take care of all of her womanly duties. If you met a woman like that, who would like uplift you as a man and make your like masculinity shine, you would definitely love life. You would definitely start thinking different about women. And that's what women are. the and allies for you to create families with. And just hating them is not going to get you anywhere in life. Like, you should also remember, like in all religions, like God says, women are like for you to protect and provide. Something that you protect and provide is not your equal. Like, that's like lesser than you. You don't hate something that's like lesser than you. An adult cannot hate a child. That's just not, doesn't make sense at all. And you first of all understand that even if you have this hate, you have to channel it into something productive, because hating like this is just gonna keep you lazy and keep your hopes off of the world. Like, it's gonna just destroy your hopes for the better of the future. But if you're like insisting on hating no matter what, even after what I'm gonna say, just channel it into something productive that will benefit you, your family, and your friends, the people around you who you care about. Because that's what it matters the most. Because you shouldn't live life as a lazy person who just sits around and does nothing. You have to channel it something into something good, so that you'll feel a meaning in your life. Otherwise, you're better off as like, your brain thinks like better off as you're dead, you know? Because that's how shit we feel as men, if you don't have purpose, if you don't do something productive and meaningful in life. So channel it into something like good. And don't let this make you lazy and be unproductive all day long. And what the fuck was the second point, man? So the biggest argument that I have for you to stop hating women is that modern woman does not represent all women or the female nature exactly. Do you understand? Like, your grandmother or her mother's mother, okay? They were all great women, perfect women, who didn't wear like skin revealing clothes, who didn't slept around with people, who were 100% virgins when they married your grandfather or your grandfather's father, whatever. And they listened to their word 100%. And they took care of their children, they fed them, and they did all of their responsibilities. And they were way, way happier while doing that. If you look at the statistics, women in the earlier times were way happier, way more fulfilled than our modern woman. So that's the true place of a woman. Like right next to you, being your wife, respecting you, and just helping you raise your family and feeding your kids, giving them love, giving you respect, lots of respect. And even though it kind of seems impossible to find it right now for you in this like modern era, it's not impossible. You can find it. And I'm going to make a video in the future on how to do that, exactly how to do that, which probably nobody that I saw in YouTube or anywhere that they ever said that. But I'm going to do that in the future. And yeah, don't lose your hope. There are women like that exists. You just gotta have to find them. And if you hate modern women, which I 100% agree with you and understand you, just don't interact with them or sleep around with them. You know, just sleep around with them, create some like good times, create some good memories. Don't commit, just sleep around or do that. Or don't ever come close to adultery. If you're a religious guy, don't ever come close to adultery or save yourself for that special woman. Whatever that is. The both are beneficial to you. But the lesson is that don't let the hate consume you, because it will. Because it will consume you, and I don't want that kind of life for you. All right? I hope this video like gave you some knowledge. I hope you benefited from this video in any way possible. Okay? And I hope you all have a great day. I'm so happy to be back.